All right, hey guys, welcome back to another trading recap. Today is a solid green day. $49.12. I gave a little bit off the top, but the risk reward was there, and I'm glad I still took that setup because if it worked out, I could have easily doubled my profit today. So even though I gave a little bit off the top, I'm still super grateful that I had this solid green day after a really long stretch of just red and being flat. Small green, small red, small green, small red. And I'm glad I finally got a nice green day under my belt. So today I traded, we'll start with BJDX. IINN is creeping up, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to put an alert in case we see a surge in a red to green move. It is 10:30, so chances are we might be done with IINN, but you never know. Stranger things have happened in the market. Here, I was looking for, if I saw volume coming in on this candle, so I bought. I thought the volume was going to sustain, but it did not. And I was looking for a breakout and a move towards 2. Kind of stalled out there, and volume started fading. And it was just really choppy, so I just took a small loss on that one. No big deal. And next, I traded FGI. So let's look at FGI here. A nice 4 a.m. move here. 100% move at 4 a.m. That was beautiful. Okay, let's see this. Look at that flush on FGI. Wow. So FGI, see how you got a higher low here, surge through this resistance level, is on the backside. So I don't really do good on backside under VWAP because it's just too much of a risk to the downside. But I was just trading this when I really shouldn't have. I didn't really make much. It wasn't really worth my time. I think I'm up $6 on this stock. But here I was looking for a move towards the VWAP, so which we did get. However, I did have really bad entries. I chased this candle here, scalped it small for 1 cent, bought this pullback here, scalped it for a couple cents, and then took some off into the extension towards the VWAP, bought more for the break of 5.5. Kind of a scalpy setup or scalpy trades, but because it was on backside and under VWAP, I didn't really feel comfortable holding for too long. Here I saw like a bullish engulfing. I thought we're going to see a move past VWAP and reclaim this level and squeeze higher, and it kind of stalled out. Volume was fading, so I just cut it. Overall, just managing my downside risk, especially on the backside under VWAP setup. Here I saw price reclaim this level, and I was looking for, again, a move towards VWAP and squeeze higher, and didn't happen, stalled out, took a small loss on that one. Here I saw volume coming in. So as you can see, we jumped from 10,000, 9,000, 13,000, 10,000 shares up to 40 to 50,000. And I saw this squeezing up towards past this resistance level, from this previous flush. Started adding into this resistance level, looking for a move back up to VWAP like I was before. Kind of took a small profit here and then booked the rest and added for the break of 5.5 and booked the rest over 5.5 on the retest of the VWAP. And then added on this pullback thinking we were going to get another surge through the high. Kind of stalled out in this candle. And so I took off in case we were going to get a nice flush because it rejected the VWAP. But we did kind of see a nice push back over the VWAP, the move that I was really looking for. But really the sellers pounced on this, either profit takers or short sellers. Overall, didn't have too much of a win there. Here was a beautiful, if you could have got this red to green candle off the low and sold off into the extension, that was a nice solid move, 7-8%. And then here you got a nice red candle, probably if I'm short selling the lower high, and profit takers from this, or scalpers taking profit from this red to green. But it didn't end up breaking this $5 level. Huge bullish sign. Volume started coming in, buyers accumulating, and you see this final flush before the break of this high and the break of VWAP to squeeze out short sellers. This was the candle you were supposed to get in and hold for the break of VWAP and for a move higher. Ended up getting into a halt right under $6, and you could have got a nice. That was a beautiful move here. This is one of the best moves of the day, potentially 20%. I did sell really early. It started stalling out, and I didn't know if we were just gonna get a flush or if we're gonna keep going. And I was busy on IINN. I was holding a position in IINN, and I had to cut or just take my profit here so I could focus on the other stock. But I picked the wrong stock to focus on because this gave a nice 15% move off the VWAP. But yeah, you see this red to green candle, it flushed down, and then buyers just accumulated all the way back up to the high of this candle. Huge bullish here. This is where you get in, you put a stop maybe around 520 or even a break even stop, and you hold it for whatever, 10, 15%. It's a great risk reward ratio set up there. IINN moving back up. We'll see what we can get there. Maybe it'll squeeze and do a nice red to green up towards the high. We don't know. And then here I kind of just had a scalp trade because I was getting FOMO. But in the end, I made about like $6 on that. And then next we'll go to IINN, the stock that I made the most on. Here I was buying on this pullback. At this point, there was no news on the stock. I saw just volume coming in, so I was still reluctant to get super aggressive because I thought it was just going to be a small pump and dump. We did see a nice breakout here. I bought for the breakout, sold quick profits there, but I saw this candle pull back. I thought it was going to be a false breakout, so I took my profits, and I thought we were going to see a sell-off, but it just kept going and kept going and kept going, and I just kept scalping and buying the pullback and selling into a small little pop when I should have been holding for the full move, which was like 20%, 30%. Here though, I had a nice scalp here off the VWAP level. We got a pullback here. I was looking for VWAP support. I saw the volume fading into the pullback, and then the bids stacking up thicker and thicker, and I knew we were going to get a bounce. I just felt it, and so I bought it right at 311. Perfect entry. You could have got a little better, maybe 309, 310. The lower was 308, but pretty much perfect entry there. And I sold into kind of quick actually into a pop. It had some resistance at 320, so I was kind of selling into the resistance at 320. We eventually saw a break of 320, and then it just kept going through the high. And at this point, I chased it into the breakout, which probably wasn't the smartest move, but I was rewarded with a nice 13 cent winner. But that was clearly, I don't know, it was a sign of strength, but so many profit takers on this candle that it kind of was daunting out to trade afterwards. But I did wait till open, and I was looking for a red to green move, in which we did get in this 1 minute candle here. I was buying off for VWAP support. I saw bids stacking in the thin ask, and buyers just kept stepping up, and I was adding, and just sold off into the extension. I didn't know if we could have easily seen a move past 6.3 and up to 4 on this candle, but I wanted to play it safe because it was up so high already, and we didn't have like a flush to the downside yet, so I was still very nervous whether we were going to get that flush, and we did end up getting that flush, but not for a while later. But I did get a nice profit there. I'm very happy with that trade. That's where I made this 1 minute candle here was where I made bulk of my profit. Then I bought the low of this candle, was holding. I was kind of accumulating for a move back up to the high, which we did, but it did have a false breakout and rejected off the 3-4 level, which I took a small profit on. Then I was accumulating again off these low because I thought we were actually going to see another red to green move and back up. I thought this stock was so strong and bullish after this move in the pre-market that I thought we were going to see a move past 4. I was pretty confident, but kept kind of selling off, and I kind of just getting chopped up. Didn't really make much of a profit in this area. Then we based out and had some support here, which I was accumulating right here off the low, having a stop maybe at 290. And we did get a move up toward the VWAP, which I took a small profit there. And then I did buy for the break of this VWAP level and break of 320. Took a small profit, and then I was holding a starter size in case we did get this move back up to 340 that I was looking for and a squeeze up towards the high. That's what I was really looking for. I was like, you know what? the worst that can happen is what? I'd take a 10-cent loss and potentially get a 40, 50-cent winner. That's a no-brainer. I'm going to take that trade, but we did end up getting that flush to the downside, and I got caught in it, and I took a nice, what was that, 50 cent, maybe, no, 45, 44 cent loss. Thank God on starter size, but if I was in like an average to max size on this drop, that would have been it. I would have been down. I would have been break even. I would have lost all my profits. But because I had good risk management, I kind of took my profits quick. But I was holding a small starter size in case we did get that continuation, because I thought the risk reward was there, which it was. I was able to minimize this downside risk, and even though I got stuck in a 10% loss, it didn't affect my P&L at all. I only lost $6 or $7 off the top. I was up like 55, 56, and I lost, $7. Okay, here we go. Let's see. You might see one more pullback. This is a good sign. This is a really, really good sign. And then after that, I kind of stopped trading until TKLF popped up. And I was looking for this move past this resistance level at around 380, but it just kept rejecting. And I saw this ascending support, and I thought we were going to maybe squeeze past, which we did, but it was a false breakout. Here I was buying, here I bought the break of, no, I saw price, kind of retesting this level, so I took a starter in case we did see that squeeze. But it did kind of just chop around here. Took a small, like a scratch trade there. And then I bought off the support here, VWAP. I saw this candle go red to green. Thought we were going to finally see that move, but it kind of rejected, kept stalling out. And in this here, I was breakout or bailout mentality. If it was either going to go right when I bought, or if it was going to stall out, I had to take the scratch or the small loss or the small gain, because I didn't want to get stuck in another flush. And this could have easily happened because of this huge resistance level of 385. It just got rejected 1, 2, 3, and this would have been the 4th time. So I was really nervous here, especially being on a backside. And if you look at the 5-day, this was pretty much on the 5-day. This is a false breakout on a multi-day continuation setup. So this is very bearish. So we did end up seeing this break, and I was buying. I saw this candle dip down. This candle here dipped down below VWAP. Buyers started buying all this up, so I thought this was good for a break. So I took a starter here at 82. I could have got 78, but I just couldn't get filled until 82, which usually that's a good sign. If it's hard for you to get filled at the price, that means there's a lot of competition for that price. So there's a lot of people buying that, and it's harder to get filled. That means that there's a lot of demand. So sorry, I took that as a good sign and just kind of chased it a little bit. I gave that an excuse to chase. We did see a squeeze up towards the high. I was looking for a little bit of a bigger move. I took some profit off into the extension, but held 20 cents. 20 shares in case we did see that move past 4, but it was a false breakout, and I took it off for a break even. Or it's actually a small loss, but in the end, I only made 83 cents. It wasn't really worth my time. And then Kscp was the other stock that gave really good moves. But because it was ranging on a backside, I was still very nervous of a flush. And the price was a little bit higher. The spreads were larger. It was harder for me to manage risk on, so I kind of just left it alone. We did see a nice halt and gap up and a halt again, which usually I learned my lesson from buying a halt into a range, because last time I lost. That's when I lost $110 the other day. I bought a setup like this, so it halted into a range while it was still ranging, halted up, and then it opened and flushed down maybe like 20-30%, and that's it. I was in like average, like max size. So, or like average position size. I took on a pretty fat loss, $110 loss, which is pretty big for me. But here I don't know, I just was kind of like a YOLO trade. I saw this candle go up on high volume, kind of chased a little bit for a break, but it kind of stalled out here, and it didn't seem very strong to me. The ask was really thick, and there was a lot of sells going in on the tape, so just took a small loss on that one. With only 2 shares, I don't know why I didn't even need to take that, but I guess I don't know. See, like trades like that aren't even worth my time or my energy. TKLF is going back up. Let's see, IINN is still creeping up. We'll see if we get more moves on IINN, but I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It's 10:51. I'm going to have to go finish up my laundry and then get ready for work. So that's that. That's my trading recap for today. Finishing up $49.12. Solid base hit. Very happy with that. Cannot complain. I'm still in a little bit of a drawdown here. So I'm still about $30 off the high. It's okay. I made a huge chunk in the right direction here. Made some profit back. Pretty soon I'm gonna be back to the high. It is what it is. But this low period here was, wow, that was so grueling. There was just no setups for 4 or 5 days, and finally got some good action, and I was able to capitalize on it. So very happy with that. And then here you can see, yeah, making progress every day. Just trying to get one step better than the previous day, trying to size up slowly but surely, and eventually one day I will be doing this full time, and I'll be making enough to where I don't have to serve tables anymore and deal with very rude, obnoxious Miami people. So till then, I'm going to be grinding every day and working my tail off. So see you guys on the next trading recap. Peace. Also, please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to be posting a lot more often trading recaps, and I hope to give you guys some value, and just so you can learn from me and I can get some feedback from you, how to be a better trader. And I don't know, I just like I like trading, and I like sharing it with people, so that's why I made this channel. So if you like trading as well, and you want to see some more trading content, please subscribe. Also, hit the like button and comment on the video. So see you guys later. Peace.